Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, where every whisper in the locker room feels like front-page news. Smash that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss a beat in Laker Nation. Today, we're peeling back the curtain on a rumor that's already setting social feeds on fire. Could there be secret tension between LeBron James and head coach J.J. Redick after that controversial Game 4 decision against Minnesota? Let's dive into the speculation without giving away the whole story up front. There's plenty more to uncover as we go. It all started in Minneapolis on April 27, 2025, when the Lakers season hung by a thread in Game 4 of the first-round series against the Timberwolves. Coach Reddick made the bold choice to leave his starters, including LeBron, on the floor for every single minute of the second half, a decision that drew intense criticism from pundits and rival locker rooms. The Lakers ultimately fell in Game 4, extending the series to a decisive Game 5 that they would later lose. In the aftermath, an image went viral. Reddick abruptly walking out of his post-game press conference when asked about his fourth-quarter rotation plan. Sparks flew in headlines everywhere, and fans began to wonder, had Reddick crossed a line that even LeBron wouldn't let slide? Officially, the narrative we saw in the media was that LeBron publicly backed his coach. On April 30th, during an appearance on Mind the Game, James defended Reddick, stating, "None of us questioned it. None of us questioned JJ and the coaching staff for what happened. He's inked, it was our fault that we didn't come through." Those comments seem to put the rumors to bed, on the surface, but insiders are whispering that behind closed doors, the conversation was far less friendly. Could this mean that LeBron felt blindsided by the decision to keep him and Anthony Davis on the court, despite visible fatigue? Is it possible that James, now in his 22nd season and still dominating at 40 years old with averages of 25.4 points, 9 rebounds, 5.6 assists, 2 steals, and nearly 2 blocks per game, quietly questioned Reddick's judgment once he hung up the uniform? Fans are wondering if this could be the beginning of a philosophical split in the Lakers' hierarchy: experience versus analytics, player leadership versus coaching autonomy. Some insiders believe that LeBron, who has built his legacy not only as a generational talent but also as a de facto assistant coach on the floor, bristles when strategic calls don't align with his instincts. After all, James famously orchestrated clutch victories and last-minute heroics throughout his career. Leaving him on the bench or overextending him in key moments can feel like tampering with the delicate balance of his championship formula. Could we soon see friction boil over into public disagreements, or even reports of LeBron lobbying the front office for a different approach? Let's dig into the facts. J.J. Redick, in his first year as an NBA head coach, guided this team to a 50-32 regular season record and a third seed in the Western Conference. He introduced innovative offensive sets, emphasizing off-ball movement and three-point shooting, but his inexperience showed in late-game decision-making. Playing starters for the entire second half in a winner-go-home scenario raised eyebrows. Analysts questioned whether Reddick valued his game plan over player stamina. Meanwhile, LeBron finished that series shooting nearly 49% from the field and 35.7% from downtown, reminding everyone he's still a force. Yet the Lakers couldn't capitalize on his brilliance, stoking rumors that James quietly blamed the coach for not managing minutes more effectively. Fans in the Crypto.com arena locker room reportedly whispered that the veteran superstar felt abandoned in those critical playoff moments. On social media, Lakers supporters created hashtags like #ReactToWhoBenchedTheKing and #DC LeBron Wants Control, fueling the rumor mill. Even anonymous NBA executives reached out to beat writers suggesting that the Lakers' front office was monitoring the relationship closely. Is it possible that Los Angeles brass will be forced to choose sides if tensions escalate? Could they be ready to intervene? Perhaps by bringing in a veteran assistant coach more aligned with LeBron's preferred load management approach? Meanwhile, the coaching staff is said to be rallying around Reddick, pointing to his groundbreaking schemes that unlocked career-best performances from role players like Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura. They argue that Reddick's aggressive style is exactly what a championship team needs, and that any momentary friction with LeBron is just part of the dynamic between a superstar player and a first-year coach. Some insiders believe that Reddick's abrupt exit from the press conference wasn't a sign of weakness but rather a refusal to be sidetracked by media narratives, an act of solidarity with his core staff. But the question remains, are LeBron's public words of support masking private disappointment? Could this be the beginning of a power struggle that shapes the Lakers' direction next season? Fans are already speculating wildly. Will we see adjustments to Reddick's rotation come next year? Might the Lakers target a coaching veteran to balance Reddick's in-game decisions with LeBron's floor leadership? And could this rumor ultimately serve as LeBron's leverage to secure more input in personnel moves and game strategies? Let's not forget the human element. LeBron and Reddick share history as podcast co-hosts on Mind the Game, where they dissected basketball nuances over bottles of wine and X&O breakdowns. That camaraderie made Reddick's hiring feel like a natural extension of a friendship, built in public view. But sometimes workplace promotions strain even the strongest bonds. Fans are wondering if the transition from podcast partners to coach and player has exposed a gap between theoretical discussions and real-world pressure. Could this be the key to understanding how LeBron approaches his twilight years? As he chases yet another finals appearance, does he need a coach who will adapt on the fly when the roster isn't executing perfectly? Or is Reddick's steadfast vision exactly the kind of structure that championship rosters require? Lakers insiders believe that the answers to these questions will become clear as the offseason unfolds, especially if the team targets outside veterans and free agents aligned with LeBron's preferences. But what do you think about all of this? Personally, as a Lakers supporter, I believe that true championship teams thrive on healthy debate between coach and star, provided that both sides respect each other's expertise. If LeBron and Reddick can channel any tension into constructive evolution, we might see Los Angeles emerge stronger next season. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. What's your take on the LeBron-Reddick dynamic after that Game 4 controversy? And so the ripple effects of that fateful Game 4 decision continue to spread through the Forum and beyond. If LeBron and Reddick can't find common ground, the ramifications could extend far beyond just playoff rotations. Front office whispers already suggest that the Lakers brass might explore bringing in a seasoned assistant coach, someone like Mike Brown or Monty Williams, to serve as a buffer between LeBron's on-floor guidance and Reddick's overarching system. Could we see a restructured coaching staff designed to preserve Reddick's innovative schemes, while allowing James the freedom to manage his workload and late-game responsibilities? Some insiders believe that this hybrid model could be the blueprint for maximizing both LeBron's still elite talents and Reddick's fresh offensive philosophy. Meanwhile, player reactions in the locker room are telling. Veteran guards like D'Angelo Russell reportedly acknowledged in private conversations that they respect Reddick's calls but appreciate LeBron's on-court adjustments, noting that James's basketball IQ has been a secret weapon throughout his career. Young stars such as Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura seem caught in the middle, grateful for Reddick's trust in running set plays that highlight their strengths, yet eager to learn from LeBron's championship-winning instincts. Imagine a scenario where Reeves, after a spontaneous LeBron-drawn play results in a corner three, turns to Reddick mid-court and gives the coach an approving nod. That split-second chemistry is the kind of unspoken bond championship teams rely on, but it can only flourish if internal tensions are managed effectively. Now consider the potential off-season moves. If the Lakers believe this friction is becoming an impediment, they might pivot aggressively in free agency, targeting role players known for their professionalism and compatibility with a dual-leader environment. Names like Patty Mills or Seth Curry, veterans comfortable adapting to duo-star systems, could rise to the top of LA's wish list. Fans are already speculating, Would acquiring a locker room veteran like Mills smooth over the Reddick-James dynamic, offering a calming presence and facilitating communication? Could Curry's sharpshooting and low-maintenance reputation serve as a model for the culture Los Angeles wants to build around its superstars? But let's not overlook LeBron's own leverage. As a player with a no-trade clause and extensive executive influence, he can effectively veto any structural change that feels counter to his championship goals. Some league sources suggest that James may insist on final approval of any major coaching hires or midseason player acquisitions. Could this be the very power play that precipitated the viral press conference moment? LeBron testing the boundaries to establish his rightful seat at the decision-making table? If so, the Lakers face a delicate balancing act, honoring James's status while preserving Reddick's authority and vision. Meanwhile, J.J. Reddick is no passive participant in this drama. Accounts from recent practices describe him passionately defending his rotations and play calls, even pulling LeBron aside to explain the long-term benefits of his load management strategies. Reddick's message to the team is clear. He believes in sustainable performance over every-minute heroics, a philosophy shaped by his time as a shooting coach and analytics advocate. Could Reddick's emphasis on efficiency and player health ultimately win out, convincing LeBron that rest and rotation discipline will extend his prime and deepen his impact in the postseason? Some insiders believe that James's condition and legendary durability give him confidence in his ability to manage short spells of exhaustion, suggesting he might come to respect Reddick's holistic approach if it preserves his longevity. Of course, the pressure cooker environment of Los Angeles media will continue amplifying every nuance. Columnists will dissect every body language clue in post-game interviews. Podcast hosts will replay footage of sideline interactions. Social media sleuths will parse deleted tweets and rumored text alerts. In this maelstrom, maintaining unity will require deliberate transparency. The Lakers' communications team might stage a town hall press session featuring both LeBron and Reddick, offering fans a direct line to their perspectives and reinforcing a united front. Could such a public relations strategy not only quell the growing narrative of discord but also position the Lakers as a franchise unafraid to air candid discussions and then emerge stronger? And then there's the postseason itself, a crucible that exposes both strengths and fissures. If the Lakers endure another early exit, critics will point to this coach-star tension as evidence of systemic dysfunction. But if Los Angeles advances deep into the playoffs, perhaps even to the NBA Finals despite this undercurrent of unrest, the storyline could flip. The very friction that threatened to divide the team might be hailed as the catalyst for internal refinement and collective toughness. In that scenario, LeBron's ability to adapt to a young coach's vision, combined with Reddick's willingness to defer to on-floor leadership, would be celebrated as a masterclass in humility and mutual respect. Ultimately, the real question transcends any single game or controversial rotation call. Can two passionate leaders, one a future Hall of Famer with unrivaled court instincts, the other a rookie head coach brimming with modern schematic creativity, forge a partnership robust enough to wrestle a title back to L.A.? That's the drama at the heart of this saga. It's not just about LeBron and J.J. It's about how the Lakers navigate the evolving landscape of player empowerment, analytics-driven coaching, and the relentless demands of a championship chase. And now, I want to hear from you. Do you believe LeBron and Reddick can reconcile their philosophies and lead this roster to glory? Or is this tension a signal that the Lakers need to press reset in the coaching department? Personally, as a die-hard Lakers fan, I think that true greatness emerges from healthy debate, provided both sides bring mutual respect to the table. If LeBron and Reddick can channel this friction into constructive growth, we could be on the brink of something truly special in Los Angeles. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that Like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Stay tuned, because the real season starts now.